Hello students, today we'll study adaptation in plants. Okay, this is for class 4 students. Let's begin the chapter. Let's begin it with a warm-up activity. Here in front of you are the pictures given of 3 plants. I have written the names for you. The first plant is rose plant, the second plant is cactus, and the third plant is water lily. And here they grow in different habitats, means different areas they are growing. First one, rose, is growing in plains, cactus grows in desert area, and water lily grows in pond, that is in water. Okay, so the aim of this activity is to tell you that different plants grow in different places, and the places where these plants grow naturally are called habitat. What do you call it? Habitat. So what is habitat? Habitat is a place where living things, it can be animals or plants, live in nature. Okay, that is their natural environment. That is called habitat. Okay, so the name of the chapter is adaptation in plants. So let us focus on what is adaptation. Adaptation is what? It's a special feature or characteristic or quality of a living thing that helps it to adjust and live in its habitat. Okay, let me make it, put it in an easy way in front of you. Okay, so what is an adaptation? Adaptation is any quality of any living thing which helps it to live in the nature. Okay, that quality which helps it to live in the nature. You can take this example only, these 3 examples. You can see cactus. Cactus is adapted to live in dry desert. Rose is adapted to live in plains and it needs a lot of water. Cactus doesn't need a lot of water. Water lily is adapted to live in water. It is an aquatic plant. Okay, so all these are adapted, or all these have special features to live in this environment. Okay, cactus cannot live in water. Water lily cannot live in desert. Okay, so they have special characteristics. With the help of that, they are able to live in their habitat. Okay, so habitat is clear, the place where the living things live, and adaptation is clear, the special quality or characteristic which helps a living thing to live in its habitat. Okay, so in this chapter we'll be studying about adaptations based on habitats. Okay, so it is broadly divided into 2 parts. Habitats are broadly divided into 2 parts. One is terrestrial, and the other one is aquatic. In this video, I'll be teaching you terrestrial habitat. Okay, that is land. Alright, that I will be teaching you. Plants growing on different landforms, that I will be teaching you. And in my next video, I'll be teaching you about aquatic plants. Okay, so let's focus on terrestrial plants. Okay, so here, plants that, what are terrestrial plants? Plants that grow on land are called terrestrial plants. Now, land can be of different types. It can be a plain, it can be a desert, it can be a marshy area, it can be a coastline, it can be a hillside or on mountains. So let's study about different plants here in different habitats. Alright, so now the first one is plants on mountains or hills. As you can see in the picture here, students, picture here, this is the picture of a pine tree. So plant in mountains are straight and tall. You can see such big, straight and tall plants are there. Okay, now these plants, these trees do not have flowers in it. Instead, they have cones in it. What they have? They do not have flowers, they have cones in it. I will show you the diagram of the cone on the next page. Okay, and the leaves, you can see the leaves, no? The leaves are very thin needle-like leaves. Okay, very thin needle-like leaves with waxy coating, so that the water will not evaporate from its surface. Enough water, so they have enough water in their body, in their plant body, and the water will not evaporate from the leaves. If the surface is broad, then the water will evaporate more. If the surface is thin, needle-like, then less water will go in the atmosphere. Okay, now the shape of these trees are always conical shape, like this, conical shape. All right, conical shape. All right, and so why this is conical shape? Because hilly areas, no, mountain areas are cold. Sometimes they have snowfall also. So with this shape, snow easily slides off their branches. Okay, and these trees growing in hilly areas are called coniferous trees. What they are called? Coniferous trees, because they have cones in it. They have cones in it. All right, students. So here I'll just show you cones. This is a picture of cones. They don't have flowers, just like you see now on the plants. They have instead this cones are there. Okay, they have cones are there. Male and female cones are there on these plants. And through these cones, and these cones contains what? Seeds. Contains seeds, which helps in reproduction of these plants. All right, students. Now let's get back to this previous page. Now let's study, and some more examples are there. You have to focus on that. Pine, fir, cedar, deodar, okay, spruce. Learn these examples. Now plants in plains. Now the second landform which you are studying is plains. Now plains are what? These are almost flat lands. Okay, flat lands. Okay, the lands which we are living in, flat lands. All right, they have moderate climate. Moderate means not too hot like desert, not too cold like mountains. Moderate, medium, and receive sufficient rainfall. All right, now these trees have a lot of branches. You can see the example here. Mango tree, you can see a lot of branches are there. Branches. So lot of branches are there with leaves and flowers in it. They have flowers in it. Okay, and they have broad leaves. The leaves are broad. The space area is broad. Okay, and now the trees growing in plains are of two types, deciduous and evergreen. Let's understand the meaning of deciduous. Deciduous trees are those which shed their leaves in the autumn or winter. Now soon after the rainy season, which is the next season? Autumn season. So in autumn season and after autumn season, which season comes? Winter seasons. In autumn and winter season, they shed their leaves. All right, students, and such trees are called deciduous trees. And evergreen trees are which do not shed their leaves in autumn or winter. They are called evergreen trees. Means every time they have leaves on it throughout the year. Examples are rubber, mahogany, sandalwood. Even this mango tree is an evergreen tree, and teak is an example of deciduous trees. Okay, there are some more examples of the trees growing in the plains. These are neem, mango, teak, shisham, gulmohar, peepal, banyan. All right, students. Now let's study about the third landform, desert. Now desert, as you know, it receives very little rainfall. It's a dry area completely. So plants which are growing in desert have special characteristics or adaptation, we say. Adaptation. What are they? Now desert plants do not have leaves, because their leaves are modified into what? Thorns. They have just thorns on the stem. Okay, thorns or spines on the stem. They don't have leaves. All right. So now you will say photosynthesis will be carried out by them. The photosynthesis in this case will be carried out by stems. This fleshy stems you can see now. The stems carry out photosynthesis. All right, and these stems store water also in them. So when if you will break it now, the stem part, you will see a juicy sap will be coming out of that. All right, students. Now let's move on, and this is the diagram of a fir tree which is growing on the mountain area. I've just got it for you. And these are some trees which are deciduous, students. What are these? These are deciduous. I tried getting some pictures for you. Deciduous trees, okay, which shed their leaves in autumn or winter season. All right, and this is oak tree, which is growing in plain, and it is also a deciduous. It is also what? Deciduous tree. All right, students. Okay, now this is the next page here. Now, first line I'm reading. Their roots are spread. Roots, we were talking about plants growing in desert. In between the pictures came, I just explained you that. Okay, so the plants growing in desert have roots spread over a large area to absorb as much as water, because desert is a dry area. So to absorb as much as water, their roots are spread over a large area. All right, students. Okay, now the plants growing in deserts are also called xerophytes. Zero means less water, dry, and phytes mean plants. Okay, so the plants which requires less water, which can survive in dry condition, are called xerophytes. All right, students. Okay, let's come to the next landform here, marshes or swampy areas. Now, what are marshes? Marshes are usually found near rivers, lakes, and seas. Now, marshes are the areas with sticky clay and wet soil. Means the soil is there now, which is filled with water, water-logged soil, filled with water. That soil is, and soil is very sticky, and clay, very smooth soil. And you cannot walk on these marshes. If you walk, your leg will sink in this marshes. All right, students, because it is very wet and sticky and filled with water. So your leg may sink if we cannot walk on these marshes. All right, so special types of plants grow in these marshes, and such plants are called what? Mangroves. What? Mangroves. And they have some special quality here, that is breathing roots. Now, what is this breathing roots? Now, this is, as I told you, the land is filled with water, the soil is filled with water. So, these roots, they need oxygen for carrying out their heavy activity, uplifting activity they are doing. Now, what the roots are doing? They are absorbing water and minerals from the soil, and that is very heavy uplifting activity they are doing. And for this they need energy, and energy comes by the breaking of the sugar with the help of oxygen. So they need oxygen for that. Means overall meaning is that they need oxygen for getting energy, and that oxygen they take from the soil. In between the soil particle there is air, and from there they get the oxygen. But now the soil is filled with water, so they are not able to breathe in oxygen. So these roots, they grow above the land, they grow above the soil. Like this, for example, this is the land, the roots are growing down. So there the roots grow above the ground, because they are not able to breathe oxygen from the soil. So they will take the oxygen from the air. So these roots are called breathing roots. All right. Now the next terrestrial area is coastal area. Now the plants growing in this coastal area are adapted to face the conditions in the coastal area. You must have seen the coastal area. You must have gone to Goa or some places like beaches and all. You must have seen how the climate is there. There the climate is very windy, wind blows, and wet windy climate means a lot of moisture or water is there in the atmosphere. Okay. Now salty water, because oceans and the seas, they are very salty. Salt water is there. And the sandy soil, you can see very dry sandy soil is there on the beaches. So there beaches and coastal areas are beaches only. Okay, the land near the sea, that is the coastal area. Okay, so plants growing in that area are adapted to this climate. Okay, so the plants growing usually are coconut trees, palm trees, with very long and slender stem. They have very long and slender stem, and from there this plants are growing. Okay, now the leaves are also called leaflets. These leaves are not simple, because many small leaves combine and form this big leaf, and this big leaf is called what, students? Leaflet. What do you call it? Leaflet. Okay, so what do they have? They have slender, means thin and flexible stem. Thin and flexible stem they have. They have big leaves, compound leaves we call, made up of small leaves, a compound big leaf, which is called leaflets. Okay, that does not easily shed. Okay, so this way this plant is adapted to live in the coastal area. And when the fast wind blow, then these stems are not breaking. They can move easily in this blowing wind. Okay, all right, they are not so stiff, they can move with the wind. All right, and they have fruits. They have fibrous fruits. Their fruits are fibrous. You have seen coconut, no? You have seen coconut with a fibrous layer here. I can draw it here over here. That way, fibers, or you can say straw-like thing on the top of this coconut. So when this, with the moving air, when this falls in the water, no, it is easily able to move on the top layer of the water and can go to other place and can be grown over there. Okay, that coconut which you see, that hard shell, no, that is the seed of this coconut tree. Okay, with which other coconut also grow. All right, so just have a comparative study of these landforms and the plants growing in there, and you will understand this better. So today we have learnt about terrestrial plants. Okay, that is plants growing in mountains and hills, plants growing in plains, plants growing in deserts, plants growing in marshes, plants growing in coastal areas. Okay, so based on this, you all can do this revision zone here. You can try it out, and tomorrow we'll get back with aquatic plants. I will post a video for you, and you can learn in that. Thank you. I hope you have understood.